happy Thursday. It's almost Friday, which I'm also so excited about, and so is my baby. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am so excited for a great day. Today we're going to go along on a day in the life as a teacher and a mom. If you're new here, my name's Victoria and I am a 7th year 3rd grade teacher in Maine, and I am a mom to a baby boy who is 1, which I cannot get over. But today my husband is bringing him to daycare, which helps me out a little bit. So that's part of the reason why we're vlogging today. But I can't wait for a really great day. I wanted to pick you up before the day got started too much because otherwise I lose track of time and I don't pick you up until the end of the day. So today, like I said, it's gonna be a good one. It should be pretty normal other than my husband's dropping him off and picking him up, which is kind of rare. Usually I at least do one, but the reason why he's picking him up is because I have an appointment at I have to leave school at 2:15, so I have to leave school like 45 minutes early. No big deal. So yeah, it should be a pretty normal day. Other than that, I think it'll be a good one, and I'm so excited for just another normal, happy Thursday. And it's almost Friday, which I'm also so excited about, and so is my baby. All right. We're gonna finish eating and then we are going to go to school and he's gonna go to daycare. See you all later.
Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you?
Good morning. Okay, so these are the books that we normally read throughout the week. I just put them on our backboard. And these have been so fun. The kids loved these. These are from the same author, Wolfie the Bunny and Horrible Bear. And then we read You Will Be My Friend yesterday because it was like National New Friends Day. And oh my gosh, it was the best book to read together. So those were all super sweet. And then We Move the World one was a good one. That was kind of like nonfiction, had a lot of really good information, but then also connected to some inspirational thoughts. And then here is just like an overview of what our day is going to be today. So we have arrival, daily starter, morning meeting, then we have reading, snack, PE, go time, Science, lunch, recess, quiet time, math, brain break, writing, then they'll pack up and dismissal. So that's our day. All right, let me show you a few more things. Okay, one quick point. I started this year, this like organizational space for shared supplies, and I really like it, but one thing I will say is that kids often will take things from it and then they don't return it. They'll just keep it and then they lose it. So I really love it. It's been a great spot and kids use it all the time, but if they have their own supplies, they also end up kind of taking it and just like not thinking anything of it, which is fair. I understand that. And then, and then they go missing. So I might need to like put tape or something around them to signify that these are the shared supplies, but I really don't want to do that for everything. I think I might just need to just be like, oh, well, it is what it is. But if you have any thoughts, I would love to hear what you think on that. And then the second thing is my kids, we started using these seats and they have been really loving it for like independent reading. I wasn't sure how they would feel about it as third graders. They're like so close to being too big for the like bucket seats, but they loved it. So that's a win. Yay. Okay. Those are just going to be the two things I share today. Let's now talk about my day as a whole. Okay, so here are my slides for today. As I said, I need to fix all of this and write a message, but that's our quote. You will be exactly as happy as you decide to be. And the brain teaser is lazy afternoon. They love these now. They're big fan. I told you after like 2 days, they get really used to it and they have a lot of fun with it. Then we're going to do a little talk about the acronym THINK. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it necessary? Inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Because I just have a few kids who could use this THINK filter. So we'll do a little activity on this. We'll watch a video on it and then they'll do a few, like just 2 scenarios thinking, what did this person think before they spoke? So Matt received a birthday gift from his friend. He said, thank you. I don't think I'll use it much. Can I have the receipt? Did this person think before he spoke? Then we'll do reading. We do like some hot cocoa breaths to calm us down first. We'll read a few pages of our chapter book. And then we'll do our lesson. And our lesson today is all about just thinking does this part of the book signify if it's like telling a story or if it's giving you information. And then we'll do read to self, or they'll do rainbow words. So that's that. They'll do snack. And for snack today, we're gonna listen to some stories on the Conflict Resolution Day, which is our national day today. And here are some cute books on that, The Fort, and That's Not How You Do It. Then we'll do our special, then we'll have go time. I don't know why I have these in this space. I'll fix that. Then we'll do some work on abstract nouns. That's what we've been doing during go time. And then during science, we'll finish this lesson on what's the best way to get rid of mosquitoes. And there's some like extension videos because that's where we are. We've almost finished the lesson. And then we'll have quiet time after lunch and recess, and then math. And we're going to be studying like different ways to solve difference problems. And first they'll start with just a number talk. What patterns do you notice? What patterns do you wonder? Then we'll review some addition strategies that we know. Rounding to estimate, using place value blocks to add, expanded form, and number line. And then we'll talk about some subtraction strategies we know, using place value blocks to subtract, expanded form, and number line. And then we'll start to solve this word problem. And we'll talk about what do we know, what is the question, and what strategies could we use to solve it. And then we'll talk about one strategy you could use is the number line. And when using the number line, we want to find friendly numbers along the way. Friendly numbers are numbers that are easy to add or subtract. And then I'll show that and show that again with some expanded form. And then show it again with base 10 blocks after the lesson's done. And then a little brain break, and then they'll go to writing, where they are doing, this is actually the lesson that they did yesterday, so I'm just gonna skip through this. This was storytelling. They're gonna do a lesson today on leads and writing good leads. We'll listen to this video, see an example of some good leads, and then I'll show an example of what I would write for my lead, and then they'll do it themselves. And that's their day. Hooray!
Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue too. That blue. Sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you?
Hello everyone, it is after school. I am at my appointment right now, so I need to head on in, but I had a really great day. Everything went well, the kids did great. Who knows how they did during writing, but I taught the writing lesson and the writing lesson went well. And yeah, everything was good. Their math was a little bit loud, like after they finished their math task, it got a little loud. In general, I'm not loving how math is going right now, so I definitely want to rethink and start doing some more station work. We haven't done a ton this year, so that's one thing that I definitely want to tweak. But anyways, I'll talk to you and recap everything at the end of the day, probably after I get home and hang out with my baby and make dinner and all that stuff. So I'll pick you up again and chat with you once my baby's asleep. But I just wanted to say hi, and I will see you all later.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. My chest. I know you've had a really bad day, but I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. Go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul, hold my hand, don't let go. I understand. It hurts, it wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Na, na, na. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh, na, na, na. But you showed me how to believe. Still gets me. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah, I will love you for it all. It is hard to share my thoughts. Ooh, na, na, na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart. It gets me. But I know that you need it all. Ooh, na, na, na. Just give me some time, 'cause I need to know that you're staying. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. When I look back, I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. Oh, and I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. Yeah.
All right, everyone, that is a wrap on my day. I hope that you enjoyed kind of getting a sneak peek. I don't know if it's sneak peek, but a peek into my day and just what it's like to be a mom and a teacher and how the day rolls on. It is, like I said today, I didn't have to pick up my baby or drop him off at daycare. So those days are a lot tighter in what I'm doing. But the end of the day and beginning of the day routine is basically the same. It's just I get less time at school in the morning on the days that I do drop him off. And when I pick him up, I usually have a little less time at school. Also, actually, I really always leave by like 4:10. So that's not that different for me. But that's that. So let me just like kind of reflect on my day at school a little bit. And then I'll just say bye. So school today was a good day. They were definitely, math, like I said earlier, was a bit more of a struggle, but it was still good. It was just, I don't know. We're still getting into our stride with math, I'd say. So started the day, had morning meeting. That was great. I love morning meeting time. And then after our morning meeting, we had that conversation about the think filter and how we need to think before we speak. Is what I'm saying true? Is what I'm saying helpful? Is what I'm saying inspiring? Is what I'm saying necessary? And was what I'm saying kind? And that was a really super good conversation. And we talked about the scenarios, and then we talked about the scenarios that so this person isn't thinking before they speak. So what could they say instead? And that was really helpful. I find scenarios very helpful for kids because I think that when you put these real life scenarios in their brains, it's more applicable and helpful for them. I also try and model myself when I'm feeling certain ways. Like if I'm in the middle of a lesson and I'm noticing that it's getting loud, I'll be like, oh, right now my brain's really trying hard to focus, but there's a lot distracting it. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna take 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. Okay, my brain's a lot calmer. Oh, I'm noticing the sound's a lot calmer too. Thank you, everyone. And then from there, modeling that not only helps them see how I kind of calm my brain down, but also helps them calm their brain down. So it's like a win-win. So that's that. And after we did our morning meeting and we had that conversation for our Think About It Thursday, then we went into reading. And during reading today, we talked about if the book was signaling you to have a mind movie or to have a news reporter voice. And I basically I read 2 sections of Stone Fox, and then after they listened to the section, or I had them close their eyes, and while I was reading it, they were supposed to signal to me, you imagining a mind movie, or is this author right now giving you information like a news reporter? And they would just kind of close their eyes and signal it to me. And it was really helpful for me as like an informal assessment of who's understanding mind movie and news reporter voice. And also it was just like a good way to get them moving and involved in the lesson. After we did that, we did 2 stations where they read to self or did word work. And this week for word work, we're just starting reading stations and we're just starting word work. So for word work this week, we are doing months of the year, days of the week, and numbers. And so we practice those words with, everyone has the same list, and we practice those words with a rainbow words activity. Simple, easy, lots of fun. Then after stations, we had a good snack where we listened to some stories about conflict resolution, had specials. And during specials, I talked about planning with my team, and we thought through some math stuff. We were thinking about, our unit, it doesn't actually have any teaching on regrouping, but we want to do some teaching on how to regroup with subtraction. So we talked about how we're going to kind of branch off and do our own stuff while also utilizing the curriculum, and then so on. And then we also just planned for the following week a little bit. And then after that, we went into go time, and go time today we were supposed to do abstract nouns and concrete nouns, but I had owed my class a conversation on what we want to earn for our punch card rewards. So we had a conversation about what rewards they would be interested in, and I told them that I would pick 10, and then tomorrow we would discuss how much we think each would be worth. And then after that, we went into science, where we wrapped up our lesson on mosquitoes, and this was a really fun lesson. I liked this one. It was basically thinking about how could we get rid of mosquitoes, and it had a lot of really interesting points. It was ultimately teaching about life cycles and the mosquito's life cycle, but it got kids to really think using their problem-solving brains and critical thinking, and they tried to think of how they could get rid of the mosquitoes in this fictional world, or fictional Pondville, and they did a really great job. So I thoroughly enjoyed that lesson. If you don't have mystery science, definitely recommend it. It's great, and it's fairly low prep for you, which is very, very nice too. Then they had snack and recess, or not snack, they had lunch and recess, and then quiet time. And then after quiet time, and I should add, during quiet time, I try and pull at least one kid to do like a really quick check-in type lesson. Like today I did a check-in with one of my high flyer math students, and I wanted to see if he could subtract across zeros. And it was interesting because instead of going to I wasn't expecting standard form, but instead of using like expanded form subtraction, he used the number line. So he really didn't need to do any subtracting across zeros, which was a really cool strategy. But eventually I do want to work his way to some more standard like algorithms. So we talked a little bit about using expanded form. Then after that, we went into our math lesson, and in math, we talked today a little bit actually about subtracting with expanded form, but just more like simple, not regrouping or anything like that. And they did that when they're solving for the difference. And then after that, we did a movement break. And I was telling you earlier that math was like not my favorite, and the reason why is after they did the activity, they did the lesson activity in partners, and then they went into a math game. And while they had a lot of fun with that, I don't think that it was the most productive. Some kids were having a lot of fun with their math game, but I don't know how hard they were working on their math skills. So I think a lot of kids did really well, but we just debriefed at the end of math today, and we're like, so what could we improve and what went well? And that was definitely something that we thought we could improve, is just our focus throughout the math game, and then also our transition when we're picking up. Then after that, we did our movement break, and then we went into our writing lesson about leads and how you can write powerful, strong, bold beginnings to your stories. And we are sticking with like a seed idea story, and we're going to write about it for weeks. So I just gave some examples of mine, and then I showed them what they were going to do, and then I left because I had an appointment. So that's a big picture, reflection and summary of my day. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a really great day, and I had a great day with my baby and at home and all of the things. So now I'm gonna relax and probably watch some Love is Blind with my husband and, do all the relaxing things. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you have any thoughts on ways that math works really well for you, or some other just thoughts that came up while you were listening to this video, please comment down below and tell me what your thoughts are. I love chatting with you all and getting to know you and just learning together. And last but not least, please subscribe to this channel so you can see future videos from me, and hit that notification bell so it will let you know when I post videos. I so appreciate you all being here. Thank you, and I will see you next week.